Hello students, today our topic is MySQL and in this lecture we are going to discuss a very important command related to MySQL, that is alter table command. We already discussed in our last video create table command, insert into command, select command, update command, delete command, drop command. So all these commands are already discussed in our last video, and in this video our main focus is to discuss about alter table command, which is a detail statement which comes under the category of detail statement. So let's start. So first one is SQL alter table statement. SQL alter table statement. The alter table statement is used to add, delete, or modify column in an existing table. In our previous lecture, we already discussed about update command. Basically, update command belongs to DML, and alter table statement basically belongs to DDL. So it is a data definition language command. So in alter table command, we are able to alter any table structure, but using update table command we are able to update the table data. So that's why update table command is a update command is basically a DML statement, and alter table is a DDL statement. So the alter table statement is used to add, delete, or modify column in an existing table. Second, the alter table statement is also used to add and drop various constraints such as primary key, foreign key, default in an existing table. So first is alter table add column. We want to add a column in an existing table. For that purpose, first of all we write alter table, after that table name, and write add as a keyword, then column name, and after that data type of that particular column. For example, if there is a table name customer and we want to add a column name email, then for that purpose we just write alter table customers add email, and type of the email suppose is varchar, so we just write varchar, and size here is 255 characters. So in this way we are able to add a new column in table name customer, and then new column name is email of character size 255, and type of that column name is varchar. Next is drop column. If you want to drop a column in an existing table, for that purpose there is a keyword used that is called the drop. So we just write alter table, then table name, and then drop column. In first case we just write add, but in this case we write drop column, not just write drop but drop column, because drop is itself a command to drop a particular table in a data structure. So we write drop column and then after column name. And then after column name. So alter table, table name, drop column, and column name. The following SQL deletes email column from the customer table. So to delete a column in a table, we use drop. We use alter table with drop column keywords. For example, here is an example. You can easily see that customer. There is a customer table name. There is a table name customers, and there is a column name in this table email. If you want to delete that email column, then for that purpose we just write alter table customers and then after drop column and name of the column, and name of the column is email. So email will be deleted after that, after the execution of that statement in table customers. Next is alter or modify columns. If you want to modify the column structure, means if you want to change the size of a table, then for that purpose we just write modify column. Okay, so syntax of this is alter table and then table name and then modify column and then after column name data types. That is the structure of alter or modify column. And now let us talk about the constants. So we are able to change the constant of a table in using MySQL. So SQL not null or alter table. Not null is a constant. To create a not null constant on the age column, when the person table is already created, we use the following syntax as you can easily see in the screen. Alter table persons modify age int not null. So we write the constant just after the data type of a particular column. Look at this point. Next is unique constant on alter table structure. So to create a unique constant on the ID column when the table is already created, we must use the following. We must use that syntax, that is alter table person add unique, and name of the column we write in parentheses. Next is if you want to drop a column, then alter table person and then drop index and then name of the index. Now if you want to add a primary key, then alter table persons add write primary key, and within parentheses we write name of the primary key, and the primary key will be added. But one more important thing, if we use the alter table statement to add a primary key, the primary key columns must already have been declared to no content to not contain null values when the table was first created. So it is compulsory that a table should not contain any null value. Only after that we are able to add a primary key in our table after the creation of the table using alter table statement. Next is drop a primary key. So drop a primary key, we just write alter table person and name, and after that keyword drop and then primary key. So primary key will be deleted. No need to specify a primary key, name of the primary key, that is ID in this case, because every table contain only a single primary key. So primary key will be deleted. After that alter table person is the name of the table, and then keyword drop, and after that name of the key, that is primary key in this case. Next is SQL foreign key on alter table. To create a foreign key constant on the person ID column when the orders table is already created, use the following SQL syntax. Alter table orders is the name of the table, and then add foreign key and name of the foreign key in bracket parenthesis sign, and then after references means reference is a keyword, and after that references we use the parent table, that is persons, and in this person table there is a column named person ID. So person ID is the primary key of the table person, and it works as a foreign key in table orders. So this is the syntax to add a foreign key using alter table statement. If you want to drop a foreign key constant, so there is a keyword known as drop is used with alter table structure. So first is alter table and then name of the table orders and then drop and then foreign key and name of the foreign key constant. We here declared the name of the foreign key as pk underscore person order, fk underscore person order. Look at the second structure. We can also change foreign key, we can also create foreign key using alter table structure using the syntax also. So here we just give the name of the constant, and name of the constant is fk person order, and then after this is the name of the constant, and then foreign key is person id, and the references is persons dot person id. So now if you want to delete that foreign key, we use drop foreign key and name of the foreign key. Name of the foreign key is, you can easily see that name of the foreign key is fk dot person order. Next is SQL check on alter table. To create a check constant on the age column when the table is already created, use the syntax alter table persons add check, and the condition is age is greater than 18 here, that is written within the parenthesis sign. So after the execution of that statement, check constant will be added using alter table statement. And you can also use another method, that is alter table persons. You can also give the name of the constant, so we just write add constant and name of the constant is check person age, check person age, and after that condition is check. We use a check keyword, and after that which is a constant, and give the condition. Here two conditions are there: age is greater than equal to 18, and city is sadness. So this is a basically check condition. So these are the two methods. First one is very simple to implement. In second method, we generally give a name to that constant, and that purpose we just write a keyword constant just after add. You can easily see that add constants, and then name of the constant. Here the name of the constant is chk underscore percentage, and by using this we are able to easily delete the constant later on in our DBMS. Why? Just so you can easily see that if you want to drop a check constant, then for that purpose just write add table persons drop check, and then name of the constant, and name of the constant is chk underscore percentage. So that is a method, and it is applicable to all um, all constants. Just like that, you can easily see that in foreign key we also give the name of the constant fk underscore person order. Okay, and also in case of primary key we just write alter table person add constant pk person primary key id last name. Here always remember that primary key is a combination of two columns, id and last name. Generally primary key is a single column name, but we can also create primary key using two columns. So here id and last name make a primary key for a table name person. Similarly for unique constant, here you can easily see that alter table person add constant, and name of the constant is use underscore person, after that unique id last name. So these are the different methods. Foreign keys no, default. Primary key is a foreign key default. So now default or alter table structure is there. Default on alter table, SQL default are the constants. So to create a default constant on the city column when the table is already created, use the following syntax: alter table person alter city set default. So we set a default value here, and if no city name is given, then default value is considered. And then to drop a default constant, you can easily see that we just write alter table, name of the table, which is person in this case, and then that is the syntax and that is the example, alter city drop default. So default constant will be deleted after that. So these are the different use of alter table statement. Now a few things should be remembered. First of all, alter table statement belongs to DDL, means data definition language, and second thing is constants. So there are different constants such as not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, default, check. These are the constant. Constant are the condition that is imposed on a table, and we can impose on a table at the time of table creation. And if we forget at the using at the time of table creation, then we can also apply after that using alter table statement. So alter table statement basically alter the table structure. If we want to add a column, delete a column, or modify a column, we use alter table statement. But using alter table statement, we can also apply constant after the creation of the table. So if we create a table without any constant, and if we want to add this constant just after that, then using alter table structure or alter table statement, we are also able to add these constant in our table. That is the basic use of the alter table statement. Next is, when we talk about the alter table statement, we have three options. We can add a column, we are also able to delete a column, and we can also change the column name or size of that column, particular column. So this is falls in the category of DDL statement, because using alter table structure we are able to change the structure of an existing table. That's why it is a DDL statement. And sometimes and it is asked so many number of times the examination that what is the difference between alter table statement and update command. So update basically it belongs to DML, where we are able to change the data of a particular table, but using alter table statement we are able to change the structure of a table. That's why alter table statement is a part of DDL statement. And there are some other DDL statements such as create, alter, or drop. So using these three commands, we are able to change the structure of a particular table. And most of the commands falls in the category of DML. So if we want to add a column, then for that purpose add keyword is used with alter table. So concept is very simple. First of all, just write alter table and then table name, and then after use add and then column and then data type, column name and then after the data type. This example is customers email and varchar 255, where customer is the name of the table, email is the name of the column, and here we want to add email as a column name and table customer, which is of varchar type of size 255. So we just write alter table customer add email varchar 255. Okay, and for drop we use drop in place of add. Actually we use drop column in place of add. Drop is itself a command, so we use drop column. So for that purpose we use the command alter table and the name of the name of the table, that is customer in this case, and then after drop column and name of the column suppose is email, then email will be deleted after that. And if we want to modify a particular table structure, then we use modify column and then column name, that is suppose column name is suppose email, and we want to change the size, then size will be changed. Always remember that if we change the size, then always give the size more than that of the previous case. So we are not able to we are not able to reduce the size of a data type, but we can increase the size of a data type. Means, first of all, let us suppose that size of the email column is 100 characters. Okay, then we can increase it up to 101, 102, whatever, just after the 100 we can just give that value. But we are not able to reduce that data type because it may be possible that that table contain already a data and some data is up to that limit. So in this case, if we want to alter the table structure and modify the column size, then it is not possible because data is already there. So we always increase the size using modify column. Next, when we talk about the constraints, so there are 5 basic constraints, that these are not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, and check, and one more is default. So if we want to apply these constraints just after the table creation, then it is possible using alter table structure, and the concept is very simple. There are two different methods. First of all, let us talk about the not null. So here you can easily see that alter table persons modify age and just write not null. So modify and let's have the column name, and the column name is age, and that after that data type, and after that name of the constraint, and name of the constraint is not null. So what is happening after that statement? Actually, modify, that means age, that is a column name of a table name person, will be modified after that, and now it it doesn't contain not null values. Then unique constant. So we just add alter table person and add unique, and there are another method. You can also give the name of the that constant, and name of the constant is given just after the add constant keywords. So first of all, write add and then constant and name of the constant. Name of the constant is UC person, and then after unique, because here we want to add unique constant in this, and two columns names are there, ID and last names. So now ID and last names becomes unique in the table person. Similarly, if you want to drop a unique constant, then drop keyword will be there. So we just do alter table person drop and then name of the constant. Similarly, in the case of primary key, we just tried, if you want to add a primary key, then alter table persons add primary key, where person is the name of the table, and primary key which we want to add is ID. So just write ID in parenthesis after keyword primary key, after the constant primary key, and you can also add primary key in this fashion: add table persons, add constant, just after that give the name of that constant, and name of the constant is pk underscore person, and then primary key, and the primary key basically contain two column name, ID and last name. And if you want to drop a primary key, then alter table person drop primary key. So and same concept is applied for a foreign key. In basically foreign key is a key which is a primary key in a parent table, and it is used to connect two tables, parent table and child table. In parent table there is a column name which serves as a primary key, becomes a foreign key in a child table. So the syntax to add a foreign key is, first of all, just write alter table, then name of the table, that is order in this case, which is the child table, and then add, and then foreign key, the name of the foreign key is person ID, and then after the keyword references, and this key or this column name is also a primary key of a parent table. So after references we write the name of the parent table, that is persons, and within parenthesis just write the name of the column name, that is personal ID. And second method is by giving the constant name. So alter table orders is the table name, and add constant, and after that give the name of the constant. So f underscore person order, and then foreign key, write the name of the foreign key, person id in this case, and just after that references and name of the parent table. Person is the name of the table, name of the parent table, and personal id is the primary key for that table, which also serves as a foreign key for table orders. And for and if you want to drop that foreign key, so it is very simple. Alter table, name of the table, that is order in this case. After that, drop foreign key, and name of the foreign key is in this case fk underscore person order. You can easily see that fk underscore person order is there. And if they are more than one condition, then you can separate them by AND. Next constraint is check constraint. So check constraint is basically used to check a particular condition, and we want to wait a minute. SQL check or alter table. To create a check constraint on the age column when its table is already created, we use the syntax here. Alter table person add check, and after that condition, and condition is age must be greater than or equal to 18. And second method, by giving the constant name. So alter table person add constants, and after the name of the constant, which is chk underscore person age, and give the condition. Here suppose if there are more than one conditions, and conditions are age is greater than 18 and there is a name of a city, then these two conditions must be satisfied, then these two conditions must be separated by AND. And if you want to drop that constant, then it is very simple. We have to remember the name of the constant, and name of the constant is chk underscore person age. So just write alter table persons drop check chk underscore person age. So drop check chk underscore person age. After that chk underscore person age, constant name constant will be deleted. And next is default. If you want to add a default value, basically default is a default value we add for the purpose. If for example if you want to insert address in a address column in our table, in a table customer, then if you forget to enter the name, enter the address in table customer, then we want that some default value must be there. For that purpose, default constraint must be used. So here you can easily see that. First of all, alter table person, we write alter table, name of the table, that is person in this case, and then after alter city, and we write set keyword, and set keyword, after that default, and default is give the name of the default value, and since it is a string, so we just write in a single quotation mark. And if you want to drop that default constant, for that purpose just write alter table, name of the table, that is person in this case, and after that keyword drop and name of the constant, that is default in this case. So this is all about alter table structure, and it is a very important statement. By using this alter table statement, we are able to change the structure, existing structure of a table, as well as we are able to add or delete different constants in our program. So this is all about the alter table structure, alter table statement, which is very important, and it may be asked in your examination in any way. So try to add or delete different constraint using alter table structure. It will help you a lot. So now I think the concept is quite clear to all of you. Thanks for watching this video.